Just an ordinary panda? I think not. Seriously, this thing will give me like hours of entertainment. So, in last week's video I said this. I got into TAFE this year. Woo! And a few months ago I said this. Currently I'm on my second phase L pass, which means yeah, I know how to drive. I just have to get 6 months of experience before I'm driving solo, which is by myself. Well duh, that's what solo means. Jeez. Just a quick little hint, keep those things in mind, because otherwise you're gonna have no idea what's gonna be going on in this video, because they're related. They're not just random clips put in there for no reason. They're related. So, on Friday I went to my TAFE orientation, which was a really fun thing. And the information that was provided was really good for people who hadn't been to the establishment like me. But there's just a couple of things I want to mention. So while I was waiting, I went on Twitter like I always do. And this is what I said. There's about 100 people waiting for the lecture hall to open. Awkward. Very, very awkward. There was like 250 people, probably more, waiting in a hall. Like we were all just like in a corridor kind of thing, like a lobby of an admin place. It was crazy. And we're all just kind of standing there, and like a couple of people knew other people, but there was like little pairs that would just stand quietly and talk to each other. And apart from that, everyone was standing. And I was one of the lucky ones. I had my music. So I was kind of like, I will close my eyes and the awkwardness will go away. Which of course it didn't. And everyone seemed to know where the lecture hall, which is where the orientation was being held, everyone seemed to know where it was. And every time someone went in or came out of the area, everyone would go, he's going in, he's going in, he's going in, he's going in! No. Okay. Someone's coming out. Someone's coming out, someone's coming out. No. Okay. Yeah, and it was almost like collective, which was kind of creepy too. Then we finally got into the hall, and typical of me, I seem to have chosen the lecture row of seats that was broken. Yeah, there was like 10 seats that were broken. It would like constantly lean you too far forward, and you had to practically be pushing back full leg and arm strength just to sort of sit properly. Thus, it was really hurting my back by the end of the time that orientation was almost over. But the thing was, the way that we were kind of like leaning back, it would look like we were like really, really nervous about the whole experience. It was almost like this. Oh my god, TAFE is so stressful. But I think everyone was kind of like that on the inside. And the problem was, if we leant too far forward, we were going to like fall on the people below us, because it was one of those lecture halls that's like this. I mean, half of me was thinking it's like, yeah, it's like a stage dive. You get to like just land on the people and they'll just like crowd surf you to a good spot. But the prospect of falling on the people underneath us had a good and a bad connotation. The good connotation was it was kind of like a stage dive. The bad connotation was everyone was facing away from us. So it wouldn't be so much as a stage dive as a stage flop. And I'm kind of glad that didn't happen, because that would be really embarrassing. Epic goodness, makes me look hardcore. Aww. I'm molting all my blonde hairs. Those are the expensive ones. So after the orientation was complete, we got into our class groups. There's 5 class groups, A through to E. And I'm in class C. Woo! I love being in the middle. No pressure to be on top. City thought. And then they started showing us around the establishment. I have about 13 or so classes, and I have 5 separate buildings in which these classes take place. And having classes in 5 separate buildings means only one thing. I'm gonna get my short ass lost all the time. And see, as we were going around, our lecturer was telling us on what days and tell you where the buildings are and the class names and blah de blah blah. Everybody else had their timetable with them. Except this mofo. Trombone guy. So not the time. But it's not that I didn't have it with me. No, I thought I didn't have it with me. When in actual fact, I did have it with me. I had put it in my pencil case. See, I normally forget things, so I went out of my way the last week to make sure that I had everything for my orientation and my first day. Like my timetable, like my pens and paper, blah 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 blah. Then for some unbeknownst reason, I forgot it was there. Like, I knew I hadn't put it in there, but I'm like, I did put it in there. You know what I attribute all this to? I was too organised. I live in a world of complete chaos. I mean, friggin' look at my room. It's a... oh, chair's in the way. Friggin' look at my room. There's like 3 boxes, 2 baskets here full of clothes, and there's crap all over my bed. I live in chaos. Nothing is organised about me. And Then I go and get organised, and of course I don't remember that I have things with me. It's not within my nature. Oh, I'm an idiot. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to head to my Friday class in my Thursday room on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. So if any of the people who are in my class are now watching this, do not be surprised that I do that. Luckily, however, the lecturer went over where the Monday classes are, and I remember where the Monday classes are, so I'm probably just going to have to mooch off of someone and be like, do you remember where all the Tuesday classes are? Otherwise, I'm so screwed. I didn't really expect that to go into a full-blown rant, but ha! Good for the ticker, I feel good now. So the other clip that I was talking about driving. I got my license. I am now officially on my P plates, which means I can drive by myself, which is pretty amazing. Not to mention I've already gone for 3 solo drives and I haven't nearly crashed once. I'm proud of myself. Yes, I am. But the whole driving by myself thing was less exciting, more surreal. My dad was so confident in my driving abilities, he would occasionally nod off in the passenger seat. He just must have trusted me a lot. Thank goodness his trust was well placed. So we wouldn't often talk, and we'd often have the radio playing, we'd be listening to the radio or whatever, and there wouldn't be a lot of conversation. My dad's not a chatty person. Well, he is with people outside the family. And by outside the family, I mean anyone apart from me. So when I was first driving by myself, I'm like, nothing really feels any different. And then I had to look both ways before going somewhere, and I caught a cursory glance of the passenger seat and realised that it was completely empty. The only thing in the passenger seat was my wallet. I don't put my wallet anywhere else. I like to have it sitting next to me so I know exactly where it is. Although, considering I drive by myself, that might not be such a good idea. It was kind of then that it sunk in. I'm like, oh my god. I'm completely by myself. Why is the steering wheel up around my face? And some people thought that the highlight of going for their driving was the whole driving all by yourself experience. For me, the whole experience of driving is nothing without the fact that I get to now control the radio station. Yes! Woo! My dad always used to listen to like his golden oldies songs, and I don't mind listening to them. But past 6 months has been nothing but golden oldies, and now I can put on Nova, and I can put on my iPod, and I can listen to my kind of music. And I was going to like christen my first drive with a song, and I completely forgot. But when I first turned on the radio station when I was driving for the first time, it was the song Free Falling. Sorry, it was Free Falling, not freestyling. Free Falling. And I was like, best song ever to be on the radio. Thank you, Cosmos! For once, the Cosmos liked me. So that's my highlight. I get to now be in control of the music, which I mean is a pretty big part of my life. So I think it's a pretty big part of everyone's lives. Everyone always says it like it's something new, but music is a very big part of who we are. So today I did the other thing that I really wanted to do in my car, and that was go through drive-through for the very first time. I was really excited. I was like, yeah, I haven't had fast food in ages, and I get to go through and I get to do it myself. Awesome! And then I actually went to the drive-through. And you may have wondered why all of a sudden I've gone from yay to That's because where I went, I used to work. And I turned out to be one of those drivers that I absolutely despised when I worked drive-through. In a sense, the indecisive driver. Not that I'm not driving and I don't know where I'm going. I got there and I had not given any thought into what my order was going to be. And I'm like, I always do this. Someone's missing me. Caught me mid-rant. I hate that. And I hadn't given any thought into what my order was going to be. And I always think of my order because I walked down to the shops previous to this, so I had a full 5 minutes to think about what my order was going to be. No, I was driving and then all of a sudden I'm there and I haven't even decided what I'm going to eat yet. So it kind of went down like this. Hello, welcome to Chicks. May I take your order? Hi, I haven't quite made up my mind just yet. Certainly, ma'am. I'm ready to order now. Yes, ma'am, I'm here. Okay, I'll have the, I don't feel like that today. Okay, I'll have the medium chicken. I don't think I have enough money for that. I'll have a large meal, please. Okay, so that was a large, was it? Was that the lot? Yes, that's a lot, thank you very much. Certainly, ma'am. That was Oh, wait, can I have a small gravy too, please? Hey, excuse me for a moment, ma'am. So that was a large meal with a gravy? Okay, certainly, ma'am. Was that the lot? Ma'am, was that the lot? Alright, it's enough. Okay, that comes to $10.95. Please drive through. Thank you. Unfreaking believable. I used to hate those people so much, and then I discovered that I had become the very thing that I despise. Okay guys, I'm done for today. I'm getting really hot. I wore a jumper because I'm wearing a singlet. As the panda says, you can do it. The panda says it must be true. Be the panda. And today I did the other thing that I really wanted to do, and that was go foo. I know fung. I don't even. I'm bloopering up the blooper.